Hey YouTube, what's up? I'm back here with a new exciting video. This time it's about how to paint your van. We just finished this job and we're so happy with the final result. That's why I want to share with you our experience, tips and advice. Let's start now! We are at the Greek Westy workshop at the moment. We've done most part of the preparation, filling, priming and so on here. It's time to move the van to a professional painting booth or what is called an oven in Europe so we can do a proper job. That's actually my first advice. Find a painting booth for rent nearby if you really want to have a good job done on your van. We rented it for 80 euros for the day and it will repay 100% in the long run. You see that? Time for painting. We go to the oven. And here we are at the paint booth or oven as we call this place in Europe. Don't worry, we're not making work here. We're just painting him to perfection. The question is, why have we decided to come here? It's a pretty simple answer because we want a professional job done on our van, especially for the long run. Let me tell you first what it actually is and how this place works. This booth is designed specifically for the paint job. It's a sealed room so you can avoid dust and chemicals residue to affect the paint job on your van. Dust, moisture and temperature are critical for spraying. The stable temperature inside also will ensure a long-term life to the paint of your van. It's safer for the person that sprays the van and for the environment because of the special air ventilation system inside, since it's equipped with filters that decrease the air pollution. Quick pros and cons about DIY paint job for your van. You can say you did it yourself. You might save some money. It's a good learning experience for sure. Let's see the cons. It could cost you more if you screw up and it needs to be redone by a pro. You might have health problems if you're not using the proper precautions. You could create problems with your neighbors and even get fined for air pollution. You may not be happy with the final result. The fumes and the chemicals could wander into your house if it's nearby. Our idea is to be on the road with a great van for at least the next 10 years. That's why we've chosen Foris and Greek Westy to rebuild our van. Let's see now step by step what you need. Paint, of course. Online there are loads of pages for finding the code for the factory original color. If you want to change the color, depends on the country where the van is registered, you might need to change it also in the van documents. A spray gun and a compressor, thinners for the color and for cleaning, wet sandpaper, rags or sponges, underbody protection, clear coat, masking tape, paper or plastic for masking, and of course time. It took us a full day to finish the job. Let's take a look on how to start. When you're in the painting booth, be sure to use the air so you can clean as much you can the space itself. Remove all dust from the tires, the ground and the van. Once you're done with all of that, you can clean the van surface with thinners. Make sure you clean all of the areas you want to paint. Then start masking all the parts you don't want to paint. Make sure you take care of this part of the job to avoid overspraying. We started first with the bottom part of the van. We used an undercoat protection with a special gun that put a texture on the bodywork. It protects any kind of scratches from stones and debris you find on your way. Then mix the color with thinners and load your gun. You're ready to go. Every time you start painting, make sure you blow a bit of air on the panel to remove any kind of dust. With a side-to-side motion, you can start to paint from top to bottom. Make sure you give a thin and even layer of color. When you complete this first part, it's time to check the van and all the small imperfections. Mark them and clean them with the wet sandpaper. Fill your gun and start again with a second coat of color. If the result is fine for you, just leave it to dry for a bit. The last part of this job is to add a protective layer on the color. A clear coat will protect the paint from scratches and will give you the exact factory color nuance. Then you can open a beer and take your time. leave the paint to dry well inside of the booth. When it's ready, remove all of the masking tape carefully and you'll be ready to go. And this is the result on our van. What do you think? Isn't it beautiful? Thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, especially because the next video will be about the inside of our van, how we rebuilt and upgrade the Westfalia conversion to fit our needs. Safe travel as always.